And suddenly, we're in the Mystic Ruins. Time for some character development. Oh, and just FYI, they used the original character models, like from the Dreamcast version for this, which I actually kind of prefer those models. But at the same time, it really doesn't mesh well with the updated models of the DX version. I really hate that guy.
Enemy. Master registration. Deleted.
Oh crap, I'm gonna hit the ground. Give me a moment.
Friends.
There we go. Corrected. Alright, that was quick. So now Gamma doesn't like Dr. Eggman, so we're going to save the E-Series. If you want to know what that means, well, just keep in mind this is still the period where Dr. Eggman was using animals to power his robots. As such, you might be able to see where this is going. Oh. Hey everybody, let's all do the Gamma! How do we do it? Lose all control of your body? That's a good starting point. Okay, so yes, anyway, animals inside robots. So, because Eggman has mistreated the other E-Series robots, we are going to have to help them. However, despite being thrown out by Eggman, they're still gonna be a little bit loyal, so that's where the other save part comes in. And yeah, this is only stage 3 of Gamma's story. We didn't play any of his stages last time. So there are a few less easy-to-hit targets in this stage, although I would be careful around bridges because you can destroy them with your fire, which is why I didn't want to shoot the other bridge. The first one's easy enough to jump over, but any subsequent bridges are actually kind of tricky to get over if you destroy them, or the gap beneath them, rather. That's difficult to get over. Either way, though, this stage is still very fun. Even with less targets and bridges being destroyable, it's still a pretty fun stage, but it is also a very short stage. Gamma's stages are just filled to the brim with stuff, but the brim isn't really all that far apart, I guess you could say. They're all very short stages, and for the most part, the time limits are never really an issue. Here we are. Hi, how's it going? Guess I'm gonna kill you now. So anyway, this is Delta. I guess the time limit is just to make sure you have some sort of challenge for the bosses. I mean, I still have 4.5 minutes, so, you know, I'm not going to lose this one. Delta's not a difficult boss. You pretty much fight him the same way you do with Beta. Destroy his missiles, or dodge them if need be, shoot him. He's got a little more health than Beta did, but other than that, there's really no issue here. You should be able to take him down easily enough. Though, fun fact, the E-Series robots are the only robots that, they're the only mini-bosses, rather, that appear in stage. All of the other mini-bosses are outside of the stage and also have the laziest health counter you could possibly imagine, whereas these guys have a proper health bar. Still, though, they won't actually appear in Boss Rush, to my knowledge. Actually, it's been so long since I've played that I could be wrong. I don't know, maybe I'll play Boss Rush at some point and see if I am wrong or not, but I'm pretty sure they still count as mini-bosses and not proper bosses. Come on, guys, stop being lost in a jungle! Man, my compatriots, they just don't know how to work well. They've got horrible work ethic. Alright, so now the wall has crumbled, even though it crumbled way earlier for other characters, and for some other characters it doesn't crumble at all. Actually, I think that's only for Amy, right? I think everyone else has at least one stage out in this direction, and thus the wall will collapse. I don't think it collapsed in front of Big, though. So anyway, now it does make sense as to why we're shooting Dr. Eggman's robots. However, the other thing... Oh yeah, by the way, just shoot the monkey and boom, stage is open. A lot more simple than it was for Sonic or Knuckles. Anyway, yeah, we go right into the red-hot skull portion of the stage. Anyway, continuing on, before we talk about this stage, yeah, it doesn't make sense why we still have a time limit, because if I remember from the Sonic Adventure manual, the reason that Gamma has a time limit is because Eggman, if you take too long, will shut Gamma down, which I guess is why he wants you to shoot more of his robots and then gives you more time for it. Whatever, it is a very thin excuse as to why you still have to destroy Eggman's robots, but you'd think he would either never shut Gamma down because he doesn't care anymore, or he would realize that Gamma's gone rogue and then just shut him down anyway, but whatever. Again, it's a very thin excuse, so I guess I shouldn't question it too much, because no matter what, it's not going to make sense. Anyway, this is a pretty good stage, and I like it. I don't know, I think the design is just overall pretty good. Still got plenty of targets, even though, again, it's not as much as in Emerald's Coast, and I don't know, I just like the setup and level design. I think it's a cool-looking stage. I like the lava as a hazard, and it's not quite as cheap as it was for Sonic, since for Sonic it kind of just rose out of nowhere, which could catch you unaware. That was a little unfair, but here it's more so just, you know, a way to keep you on one side. Kind of like a bottomless pit, except it won't kill you immediately. And I don't know, I just like the hitting those weird bomb switch things in order to make platforms. I don't know, again, I can't quite put my finger on why I like this stage so much, I just do. It's a pretty good one. Might even be my favorite other than Emerald Coast. Anyway, here we have the second E-Series robot we have to destroy, Epsilon. E104 Epsilon. It's pretty much the same deal as the other E-Series battles. Also, I really have to stop calling them E-Series battles, because technically speaking, I'd actually forgotten about this, but upon looking up the names for these guys, because I don't know Greek letters myself, so I wouldn't remember who's Delta and who's Epsilon, I finally remembered that all of the robots in this game are E-Series robots, even the Badniks, so like the monkey robot, whose name is Kiki. Yeah, even those are E-Series, as is Zero, but I think I went over this before, that Zero is like a prototype Elite E-Series, which is why he's called Zero. He kind of counts alongside Gamma and the others, but at the same time he doesn't. Anyway, cutscene time.
E103 Delta, E104 Epsilon, rescue mission accomplished.
I have destroyed their metal shells, and also, I didn't take them. I will not feed their souls to the Chow. That would seem unfair.
Perhaps aboard the egg carrier.
And so we continue on to the egg carrier, because of course, with no other leads, why not go back there? That's the assumption that Amy made, and hey, Gamma has more of a reason to go back there, remembering that Beta was on board. However, we're not going to do that this time. Instead, we're going to save it next time on Sonic Adventure. We're going to be boarding the egg carrier and saving the E-Series once and for all.
Headed for Station Square will be departing soon.
All aboard we go, onto the wooden raft of destiny.